An idea is all you need to start a business. That's what they say, right? But you know what they don't say? That an idea can do just that, help you start the business. For you to succeed and scale in that business, what you need are a series of boring, non-glamorous, repetitive daily decisions, the nuts and bolts. And that's exactly what this series is all about. The nuts and bolts of business success. What do they say about starting? You start with something sweet, right? So what better than starting this nuts and bolts journey with a journey of India's favorite chocolate bar? Let's go.
From the cocoa bean to the beloved bar, chocolate making is a journey through precision, passion and perfection. Starts with harvesting and roasting the cocoa beans, which are then ground and mixed into a rich, smooth cocoa mass. This is then combined with milk, sugar and the finest ingredients to create the creamy, velvety texture that we all know and love. The chocolate is then refined, conched, tempered and molded, each step carefully calibrated to ensure the unmistakable taste that we're all familiar with.
At every stage of the process, how do you ensure there is controls to ensure you are giving the best quality product, and at the same time you are managing a lot of process control parameters.
The Mondelez India Sri City factory, inaugurated in 2016, is a state-of-the-art facility. It's the largest manufacturing plant for Cadbury Dairy Milk in the AMEA region, responsible for fulfilling 3/4 of India's Cadbury Dairy Milk demand. It's got an annual capacity of 100,000 tons, or a staggering 300 crore dairy milk bars. The Sri City plant is where tradition meets technology. You might imagine it as something straight out of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, but it's more like a cutting-edge pharmaceutical plant with every detail focused on safety and hygiene. Why is it? Because, well, it's food that we all love to consume, kids more especially. The entire process is sanitized, controlled and untouched by human hands. Even the air inside is purified 5 times a day and the temperature is kept constant throughout, protecting the sensitive nature of chocolate. It's a place where science meets sweetness, ensuring that every bar of Cadbury Dairy Milk is crafted with the love, care and highest standards.
The way we make our chocolate CDM bar runs on one of the fastest lines that is existing in the world.
They have a machine which actually packages nearly 1,000 candy bars per minute, and they have 16 of those. So think of 16,000 5-rupee Cadbury Dairy Milks per minute being packaged in a plant like this.
So when you bring that scale in, it obviously comes with a lot of cost advantages, and then you also incorporate a lot of technological interventions, like the whole quality control that we have right now is online and is managed through technology. So if there is any deviation, our people would know immediately then and there.
Before we move further, let's talk about the chocolate market in India itself. As per the latest report, chocolate confectionery market in India is worth nearly 20,000 crores, growing at a near 11% CAGR over the next 5 years, making it almost 32,500 crores by 2028. In that, Mondelez India is the leading player with a retail value share of nearly 58%. Cadbury Dairy Milk alone accounts for nearly a third of the chocolate market in India. 31.5% was its latest share.
If I had to break down, a bar of chocolate, a 10-rupee bar of chocolate, what would be the key cost elements on that?
Probably somewhere around 50 to 60% of it is the cost of some of these ingredients with the packaging material, and also then you also have the other costs, like a lot of other costs that you would have in terms of people and transportation and all.
We saw everything in here, truckloads of raw material, planned much in advance ahead of the raw material inflation, and products churning out faster not only than last year but also faster than competition. But this was just one part of the challenge. As we saw, this was fairly controlled. The real challenge for chocolate in India happens outside the factory, from the factory to the store. Let's go there. So I thought, why not go down the entire rabbit hole of finding out the supply chain of how chocolate business works in India.
Once the product leaves the factory, there are three distinct legs to it. The first leg being the transportation from the factory to the depot and from the depot to the distributor. We have refrigerated trucks, all fitted with IoT devices where we monitor the temperature and ensure that the temperature is being controlled and we kind of get the stocks to the distributor point. At the distributor point also, every single distributor of ours, it's mandatory for them to have a cold room. Right? And in the cold room is where all the chocolates are stored and unloaded into. That comes the second leg. The second leg is from the distributor to the retail. So what each and every one of our distributor has, and we keep ensuring that they kind of replenish them and invest more into it, are called shipper bags, which are insulated and have got and are Cadbury specific bags that are given to them, and they use those to kind of transport the stock to the retail. And the last leg comes in from the retail to the shopper or the consumer, right? So once the stock is received by the retailer, then it's kept in the visi-coolers that are given to maintain the quality. Through this entire journey, we are super paranoid that the chocolate quality does not kind of get diminished at any point in time.
There are multiple forms in which chocolates are sold and consumed. Almost half the chocolate consumed in India is in the form of tablet bars, the kinds we see from Dairy Milk, Nestle, Amul, etc. 29% is accounted for by count lines. Those are candy bars filled with nuts, something like 5-star Munch, Snickers, Kit Kat, etc. Chocolate pouches and bags account for 10% share, and increasingly chocolate with toys are also gaining massive popularity.
See, overall, we monitor our sales quite rigorously, and we monitor the overall end-to-end, inventory and offtakes of our products quite significantly.
We use advanced stat models, which allows us to tell us what precisely is going to be the demand for each of the different SKUs that we produce.
There's a lot of consumer work that the marketing team does in terms of understanding what are the consumer choices, why is preferences being driven, what's happening to the penetration, how frequently are they consuming, etc.
And then translate that quickly into a production schedule and a logistics schedule and put it back.
We keep revisiting this every single month, and that feeds into our informing our entire supply and our production plans, etc.
From a time, if you were to take as a lead time point of view, or if you were to take inventory as an option to look at it, we are looking at close to 2 to 3% optimization year on year.
To maintain temperature at stores, we usually see branded refrigerators of different sizes, typically called visi-coolers. And this is where the real advantage lies. Not every store has the space to have all brands visi-coolers. It's the wide reach and penetration of these visi-coolers that gives an edge to Mondelez over others who are looking to gain market share in this category.
We invest in those visi-coolers to drive the quality at the retail outlet. Not only that, we have almost a good 450 service engineers on the field who ensure that every time a visi-cooler complaint is lodged, within 24 hours they go and kind of solve for the complaint and the issues rectified at any given point in time. Ballpark, we reach more than 2 million stores directly, and we overall, it depends upon which urban versus rural. In the urban India, at least, we should be close to around 40% plus in terms of our visi-coolers that are there.
Chocolate being an impulse category, more than 90% is still sold offline. But increasingly, quick commerce is a fast-growing channel that is catering to the digital impulse.
In the current context where quick commerce is clearly kind of heating up, we've been pretty proactive in terms of ensuring that our partnership with our quick commerce customers is pretty robust on that front. So one of the good things about quick commerce for us is that in a way it captures the digital impulse. Certainly we do a lot of work with quick commerce customers in terms of on-platform and off-platform activations. And we do kind of see individual partnerships with each one of our quick commerce partners to ensure that we are able to capture the chocolate demand and be there for the consumer when he feels like eating a good chocolate.
While Mondelez has been the market leader, we've seen many instances of consumers moving to other brands at the premium level at least. What is it that Mondelez is doing to arrest that leakage?
see, it's very important to have the right portfolio to ensure that you are catering to the consumer's needs across the full spectrum, right? So CDM more often than not caters to the mainstream segment. And if you look at it, Silk is something that we've had, which actually is like on the premium segment. Not only that, we keep evaluating various options to kind of expand our portfolio based on the demand needs and the consumer needs at any given point in time. And in the last couple of months itself, in fact, you would have seen that we've launched 2 new variants of our Silk at a higher, more premium range than our regular Silk, which is called the Silk Ultra Indulgence. And so those cater to the absolute premium spectrum. And the last bit is that we've just launched a new product called as Cadbury Studio, which is actually a pralines, which is again, that's the premium end of the portfolio being kind of fed to through Silk Ultra Indulgence and Cadbury Studio that we've just launched.
And that's how your chocolate comes to you. So the next time you go to a store or perhaps order one of these chocolate bars on your quick commerce app, you would realize that it takes a lot more for it to come to you in a way that it does not melt and is still very delicious. So that's basically the nuts and bolts of the chocolate business, and we learned it from the leaders, Mondelez.